Welcome back to another round of Learn with Maths, Learn with classes. And today, our topic for the day, a very interesting and a very necessary topic for all those who attempt maths even in their school days or for competitions. Yes, it is multiplication shortcuts, and using these shortcuts, you will be able to ace the pace. Ace the pace means that you're going to be able to speed up your calculations without making mistakes. And trust me, these are going to be very, very easy. You just need to maintain it on a day-to-day basis. Whenever you're doing your calculations, try and incorporate these so that you do not face any problem in remembering the tricks. So the first one that we're going to take up is multiplication of numbers where the units place digits add up to 10 and the other digits are similar. There is no difference in the other digits. So let's just start with the first one. As I've told you, multiplication of two-digit numbers. So as you can see, we are going to be multiplying 2 or 3-digit numbers with the condition that the units place digits add up to 10 and the number formed by the other digits remains the same. Let's look at this example. Where are the units place digits? These are 2 and 8 and they add up to 10. So here the first condition is being satisfied, that 2 plus 8 add up to 10 and the number formed by the other digits remains the same. So 6 and 6, this number is the same. So let's just see how quickly in 2 seconds you can actually do it. The product is going to be in 2 parts. The second part is going to be the product of the units place digits. So it is 2 into 8. That what you did was to multiply the units place digits. And what you got was 16. Here, what is the digit which comes immediately after 6? The digit which comes consecutively after 6 is 7. So, multiply this number, which in this case is 6, with the next number. Which in this case is 7. So you got 6 into 7 and this gives you 42. And your answer is nothing but 4216. And so your answer is 4216. You can pick up your calculator and check on this. Now you would be saying that ma'am has picked up a very, very easy example. So let me take up another example where I'm going to be taking a more difficult set of digits, right? Here again, in the second example which I put up, 1 and 9, that's the unit place digits, add up to 10. So that is being satisfied. I'm just going to write 1 plus 9 is 10. That's your first condition. And the second condition was that the other part of the number, 12 and 12, they remain the same. So the rest of the number is same, right? My two conditions satisfied. I just need to do nothing. 1 into 9, I write it as 0, 9. 12 into the next digit. 12 into the next digit is 12 into 13, which is nothing but 12. 12 is 144 and another one added, so it becomes 156. So your answer is 15609. It was as simple as that. So as a test, I'm going to ask you to do a one, which you're going to write the answer for me in the comment section. Is that okay? So the test for you is, for trick 1, you have to find me the product of 113 into 117. Let's see how quickly you can do it. So the next trick is to multiply two numbers. Both of them either have to be more than 100 or both have to be less than 100 but close to 100. So I'll make an additional condition, close to 100, right? So let me pick up my first example where I'm going to be multiplying 106 into 107. Now both these numbers are very close to 100. This is just 6 more and this is just 7 more. So if I have to write, by how much are they more than 100? This is plus 6 and this is plus 7. Now if I take a cross from here to here, What is 106 plus 107? 113. If I take a cross from here to here, what is this? This is still 113. So that's going to be a part of my answer. The last two digits in the product, the last two digits are going to be a product of the units place digit, so that is 6 into 7, which is 42, and the balance number is this. The first part is 113. So the answer then is simply 11342. Wasn't it easy? Again, I'll just repeat. I just took how much is 106 more than 100 by? It is more than 100 by 6. This is more than 100 by 7. So if I look at this, this is 113. If I take the cross, 107 plus 6, 113, 106 plus 7 is also 113. What is the product of the units place digits here? It is 42. And what did I get from here? 113. So 113 and 42. So that's my first example for this kind of a thing. Let's just have a look at the second example. So this is example 2. We are going to be multiplying 113 into 111. Again, close to 100. This is 13 more than 100. And the second number is 11 more than 100. So if I have to look at the product of these two numbers, what am I going to get? 13 11s are 13 10s are 130. Add another 13. So this is 143. Now here this is 111 plus 13. What is this going to give you as a cross sum? It's going to give you 124. Let's check this out also. 113 plus 11 is still 124. So I write 124. But do you understand? I needed just a 2-digit number. I did not want a 3-digit number because a unit place into a unit place ideally should have given me a 2-digit number. So what do I do with this extra 1? I carry it here and add it. And so this becomes 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. That's your answer. Simple. Is that okay? So this is how you're going to be multiplying for a number where it is close to 100 and it is more than 100. Both the two numbers are more than 100. Now in the next example, I'm going to be taking where both the numbers are less than 100 but close to 100. Okay? So example 3 up on the board is again a number which is very close to 100, but this time it's less than 100 by 7. And the second number is again close to 100 but less than 100 by 3. So this time you're not going to write plus, you're going to write minus. So 100 minus 7 gives you a 93. It's less than 100 by 7 and it's less than 100 by 3. What is my product of the units place digits, which is going to give me my 2-digit number? So 7 into 3 here, whether it's positive, minus 7 into minus 3 is still going to give you a positive. So this is going to give you 21. Now 97 minus 7, you're not going to add. This time you're going to be subtracting because it's a minus 7. So this is going to give you 90. And 93 minus 3 is also going to give you a 90. So your final answer is going to be 9021. Answer 9021. So it was as simple as that. You just didn't need to do anything. You just add 3 into 7. And how much is 93 minus 7? That's 90. So 9021. So that's how quickly you can get your answer if it's a number either more than 100, both of them together, or close to 100, and again less than 100 but close to 100, right? So that we can move quickly, I've put up another example on the board which is again close to 100 but less than 100. 89 is 11 less than 100. 90 is 10 less than 100. Let's take the product of these two. 11 into 10 gives you a 110. 90 minus 11 still gives you 79. 89 minus 10 gives you 79. So obviously my first two digits are going to be 79. But then again, this time I have 3 digits rather than 2 digits. Remember what I told you, when you're multiplying your units place digits, you should be having a 2-digit number. So what do I do with this third digit? I bring it here, and that becomes 79 plus 1, as we've seen in the previous example, and this becomes 8010, which is your answer. So I'm going to be giving you a test for trick 2, which you can comment to me. Comment the answer for, and the sum for you is 85 into 93. And please mention the trick number, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of confusion. Is that okay? So that's for trick 2. Now let's move to trick 3. So in this trick, you have to multiply two 3-digit numbers where the tens digit is 0. Look at my example, 203509. One's tens. So both my tens digits are 0. How do I do such a sum? I take the units place digits and multiply them separately. So that's going to form the last part of the product. So multiply units digits. Here this is 3 into 9. And what are you going to get? 27. Here multiply the hundreds digits. Which in this case are 2 into 5. And you're going to get 10. In the center, you're going to cross multiply and add. So you're going to cross multiply and add. So that is your center part of the number. So that's 3 into 5 plus 2 into 9. 3 into 5 plus 2 into 9. So that gives you 3 5s are 15, 2 9s are 18. Add them, that's 3 3. So your final answer is going to be 1 0 3 3 and 2 7. Is that okay? Let's take up another example very quickly. I'll just quickly do it on the board so that we don't waste too much of time in making you understand the other tricks later. So the second example here is 809 into 306. Is it satisfying the condition? The tens place digit is 0. The last two digits, multiply the units digits. 9 into 6 gives you 54. The first two digits, multiply the hundreds place digits. 8 into 3 gives you 24. For the center two digits, cross multiply 8 into 6, that's 48. 9 into 3 is 27. Add them up, 75. So your final answer is 247554. Easy, isn't it? And not only easy, it's also very quick. So how will you come to know that you've learned this trick? What about a small test? So comment your answer for trick 3. Your question is 209 into 508. Please don't forget that you mention your trick alongside. Which trick are you talking about? Otherwise, there's going to be a confusion. So this is your test for trick 3. Let's move on to trick 4. So here's the fourth one. And before I start, I expect a big thank you for learning all these tricks, because if you use them, you're going to be definitely doing your maths paper very quick and without any mistakes. So yes, let's come to the fourth trick. You see this number 613. Okay, so the first part of your number, the answer, the product is going to be 1 less than 613. So 1 less than 613. That's your first part of your product. So that's 612. And here, instead of taking 3, you're going to subtract 999 minus 612. 999, the second part, is going to be 9 minus 2, 7, 9 minus 1, 8, and 9 minus 6, 3. So that's it. What did I do? The second part is 999 minus 612. Either you look at it as the new number which you obtained, or you look at it as 1 less than the original number. So when you subtract 9 minus 2, you got a 7, 9 minus 1, you got an 8, and 9 minus 6, you got a 3. So product as simple is 6 1, 2, 3, 8, 7. So whatever be your number here, the first part is obtained by taking 1 less than that. So 613 minus 1. Had it been 587, you would have taken 586. And this second part is obtained by subtracting this number from the given number there. So I am not going to be doing another example for this. I am just going to be asking you to comment your answer for trick number 4. Your question is 99 into 54. Remember, when you're doing this trick or when you're trying to solve such a sound where you have nines all over, you're going to be writing your 999 number on the top. So this is a trick for multiplying two to 3-digit numbers where one of the numbers has all its digits as nines. It can be either 99 or 999. With that, we'll quickly move into trick number 5. Is that okay? So trick number 5 is to multiply two 2-digit numbers where both the numbers are either more than 50. So both of them have to be more than 50 or both have to be less than 50. The second condition is that they both should be either even. So if I'm picking up one even number more than 50, the second number also has to be more than 50 and even. If it is less than 50 and it's an odd number, then I'll have to pick up the second number also as less than 50 and it should have been an odd number. So here in my case, I picked up two numbers which are more than 50 and they are both odd numbers. Remember, in the trick for more than 100 also, we park this ahead in the sense that 57 is 7 more than our basic number 50. 59 is again 9 more than our basic number. So how do I get my product? The units, the last part of the number is going to be 7 into 9, which is going to give you 63. How do I get the first part? What is half of this base number? Half of this base number is 25 and that 25 is going to remain a constant throughout this trick. So it's going to be 25 plus half of these two numbers, the sum of these two numbers, 7 plus 9. So it's half. So 25 is a constant and this was the units place digits. And what have you done? You've taken half of the sum of the units place digits. So this is 7 plus 9 is 16, half of that is 8. So 8 to 25 is 33 and here you've already got 63. So your final answer is 3363. Now doing it for the first time, it takes time. But if you do it on your own later, it's going to be very easy. I'm going to give you an example where I'm going to be taking numbers less than 50. So here is a second example where I'm taking 49 into 47. Here this is a minus 1. Yeah. And here this is a minus 3. So my multiplication, if you look at it, when I multiply the units place digits, I'm not going to write it as a single digit always. And I'm multiplying for the units place digit, I'm going to write two digits. So it's 0, 3. And a minus into minus is already giving me a plus. Now, again, I told you the constant part is half, 25. And this time, since it is less, am I going to be adding or am I going to be subtracting? Obviously, subtracting. But the same thing I'm going to be subtracting. Half of, this was 25 plus, minus half of 1 plus 3. So that gives you 25 minus 2 here and 0, 3 here. So that's 2303. Is that okay? Here, just the only difference between the more and the less numbers was that you had to be taking a plus here and here you had to be taking a minus. The rest of the method is the same and you're going to do me a test question which is test for trick number 5. I'm expecting answers this time because otherwise you will not gently be able to understand whether you have learned the trick or not. So this is going to be 53 into 55, both numbers more than 50, both numbers odd. So So you should be able to do that in a jiffy and give me the answer as quick as possible. So now on the board for you is trick number 6, and that trick now is to multiply two-digit numbers which have absolutely no relation. They're not close to 50. They don't have a common zero. They don't add up to 10 in the units place digit. They're absolutely related. So here this is 93. This is 47. They by mistake or coincidentally have added up to 10, but there's no similarity in the tens place digit. So you need to multiply this. Let's see how quickly we can do it. First, I'll take time in explaining, but then the next time around, you should be able to do it very, very quick. So as usual, the last part of the answer is going to get the product of the units place digits. Here it's 3 into 7, which will give you 21. The first part of the answer is the product of the tens place digit. Which here is 9 into 4, which is 36. Now coming to the middle part. So I'm again going to cross multiply and add. But that's not going to give me the final thing. Let's see what else I need to do this time. So this is 9 into 7, that's 63 plus 4 into 3, 12, which is going to give you 75. Now what do I do with this 75? A two-digit number is not going to give me a six-digit number as the answer. I'm going to split this number up and I'm going to carry this 5 here and I'm going to carry this 7 here. So what is it going to give me? This is going to give me 1, 7. This is 13. So I carry the 1 here. So this is 4. And your final answer is 4, 3, 7, 1. Is that okay how you do it? Again on the right, the units place digits get multiplied to give you the last part of the answer. In the front, the tens digits get multiplied to give you the first part of the answer. And that's not the exact answer. I need to take care of the cross multiplication also. So 9 sevens are 63, 4 threes are 12. Add them up, you get a 75. The units place is going to get added to the units part of the digit and the tens place is going to get added here. Please be careful. You do not go and add 5 here. You don't add 5 to the last place. You add 5 to the tens place here. And that gives you 4371 as your answer. Another one which I'm going to be doing for you is 32 into 73. I'm not going to be writing so much of the explanatory part. So 2 threes are going to give me 0, 6. 3 sevens are going to give me 21. In the middle here, I'm going to get 7 twos are 14 plus 3 threes are 9. 14 plus 9 is going to give you a 23. The 3 comes here, the 2 comes here. So this becomes 2, 3, 3, 6 as your answer. That was quick, wasn't it? So this is how you're going to be getting your answer for such a number. Have I made some mistake? Okay, so this is it. Yeah. Now for your test, you're going to be taking up one set of numbers and that is going to be 72 into 56. Let me see how many of you can get this right. So in all today we've discussed 6 tricks which will, I'm quite sure, help you to do a lot of multiplications. Sometimes you get very bogged down in your compound interest questions where there's a lot of multiplication. You have 109 into 110, 115. So you can use those 100 plus tricks sometimes where you have your discount problems. It's reduced, 100 is reduced by 10% or 11%. So you have 90 into 89. So that is also going to help you when you have those less than 100. So these are the ways you can actually use these, and this is going to really be of a lot of help to you. I'm going to be doing another lecture which will follow immediately after this, and that is another thing which really sometimes annoys children and they like to run away from it, though it's a very interesting topic and very, very used later on in life. That's the topic of squares and square roots. I'm going to give you shortcut tips which are going to actually get your answer in 1 or 2 seconds, as quick as that. You may take 5 seconds, 10 seconds, but I promise you nothing more than 10 seconds in finding square roots or in finding squares. So let's move on and get back for the next lecture. In the meantime, do comment mentioning the trick number for your test questions that are given to you, right? Thank you so much. Have a nice day.